For welcome to Chanty News. Here we're still diving into political issues, and we say it as it is. Kevin Taylor and Abba Out are all diving into serious political issues. When we say Ebima Fali case, ama John Mahama, the president of the Republic of Ghana, say yes, Saki the Supreme Court judge, Madam Gertrude Araba Torkornoo, yes, Saki in the position because of Enyomebia. Waya timemu phone fee say bo nitumia also yen sakini fi wono and ye sorry anopa Madam Gertrude Torkornoo say the application and for survey John Mahama man copy and na Kevin Taylor was sorry na simply so all diving to that particular statement now the Supreme Court judge demanded the copy of that allegation or catch up my Ghana say that 2 million mame no exhibit no he's not up to that power enti yen go tie Kevin Taylor oyi more Ghana for information at this point in time the best will be bia mummy Nigerian forces you make sure say you better chiro man no na is aboye nina. Here is Chanty News. We're still diving into political issues and we'll still say it as it is.
Madam Torkornoo today woke up this morning. Say, give me copies of the 3 petitions seeking my removal and at least 7 days to respond to content to petition. Madam Torkornoo catch John Mahama, the president of the Republic of Ghana, say, and the arrogance in her letter. Or catch her president say, give me the petition. Madam, when prosecutors stand before you, do they give you every details of their case? It is due process. When a prosecutor or a lawyer stands before you, Madam Torkornoo, in your court, when they come to court the same day, do they present all evidence to you? There's a reason why when even lawyers are before you, they don't give you everything. Because it will depend what their opponent, what the other party will say. That will call for what they need to bring out. Some lawyers have about 15 evidence in their closet. They decide to use one at a time. The reason is that they are also being careful about the move of their opponent. Now, if you are not guilty, why are you in a rush to see the allegations against you? Because as we speak, Madam Torkornoo, so when you're guilty about anything, why are you in a rush? Especially when you know due process, when you know how the law works. The president does not have the power to release allegations. The president needs to consult with the Council of State. The Council of State need to establish a prima facie case. When they get to that point, the president will have to put together a committee. When it gets to the committee level, then the committee will have the right to give you allegations to look at. Now the issue is, why should we give you allegations for you to have a full knowledge of the crimes you've committed? Because you are in the capacity to clean any crime that you have committed. You are the head of Ghana's judiciary. And to say, and all the allegations, you have all the powers to do what? To clean your ass. So why don't you have patience? Why don't you wait? Why don't you let due process work? Why are you rubbing shoulders with the president? Why are you trying to act like you are powerful than the president? Why are you trying to use political dogs like political dogs like these MPP boys to distract a process? Because from what I am seeing from the president, John Dramani Mahama is trying to protect you, Madam Torkornoo, unless your guilt is basically fighting you. Because if the president did not want to protect you, the president would have connived with the state, with the Council of State, and then take a decision without anybody knowing. The president could have skipped the Council of State and ignore every Ghanaian and say, let the committee come together. But I think the president believes until you are proven guilty, you as we speak, you are not a criminal. Until you are proven guilty, you as we speak, you are still the Chief Justice of Ghana. So what are you scared of? What are you scared of? Because Jemi Unukrampo said, the president of the Republic basically wants to protect you. He wants to protect your integrity. He's giving you the room to clean yourself. He's giving you the room for the process to work so that nobody can, at the end of the turn around and malign you. That is why he wants a fair process. And this is a case here. John Mahama is trying to protect the Chief Justice, because if the The president was against the Chief Justice. If he wanted to take out the Chief Justice, the president would have been like a Kufuor Kwasiampe, you know. He will not listen to anybody. The next day we hear the president has seen the Council of State. He has put together a committee. Chief Justice, you are going to be fired. No. The president said, I am in consultation, meaning the president is still talking to the Council of State. Nothing has been established yet. The document is still being looked at. So why are you in a rush to tell the president to give you the allegations to see? Have you committed a crime? Maybe you have committed a crime. Maybe you have abused the office. Maybe you were too political. Maybe you know that your embarrassment is coming. Maybe you know so what dibonibi. Now this is what the Chief Justice is doing. The Chief Justice is trying to disrupt a due process. Of course, Supreme Court, there's due process. And the Chief Justice knows due process than anybody in Ghana. Into Busango say, at the internet Chief Justice, no, oh, the whole premise. Now the NPP, they have adopted a strategy, and Afenyo Markin is behind it. They are doing what they are doing. You see what they are doing now? The NPP, they have decided to go to courts. Boy, we using the enemy. Your friend no Edian Echo BB. Now, what he's done is say, MP for all Tafo, de biamu fra santimemu. You say adene de wa winim. MP for all Tafo, Vincent Asifwa, goes to Supreme Court to stop President Mahama from removing Gertrude Torkornoo as CJ. This is moot, even in the first place. Because at this point, what has been established that the Chief Justice is going to be removed. Until you prove to me that there is evidence, something has been established that the Chief Justice, based on that evidence, she's going to be removed. Do you know anything? It is the same way I never be the IGP and Kwasiafo the court. Because the president has not even taken the decision yet. But in Kwasiafo the court say we are preventing it. And the question here is, what shows to say the Chief Justice is going to be removed? The Chief Justice, the NPP, they have come together. Godfrey Dame Afenyo Markin Ekufuado Baomiamo and Omasuma Jimmy we de bia ye Kwasiafo ewo MPP mu a de bia ye kwa santimemu ye kwasia baako. They just want to do what? Sabotage the system. My question to these people then say, if you have gone to court, to the Supreme Court to stop President Mahama from removing, where in this country document Ben Echesa John Mahama is removing the Chief Justice? And then if the president forwards a petition to the Council of State, does it mean the president is removing the Chief Justice? Or you already know the Chief Justice is guilty. Unless the Chief Justice is guilty, and Abakari say he wants to remove it. Because you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the president's intentions is to remove the Chief Justice. Because if the president's intention is to remove the Chief Justice, the president will not follow due process. Echire we Jimmy. Echire we Kwasia. Echire politics. And Edwa Bedruha. Because as we speak, the action has not been taken. When the president says he's in consultation, for all you know, they have even had just one meeting. For all you know, the president has not even given the petition to the Council of State. For all you know, the Council of State has not even looked at the petition. So why do you go to Supreme Court and say the president is going to remove the Chief Justice? What you are talking about is in the future. And nobody in Ghana can tell me, say, a court can rule on something that has not happened. How do you rule on something that has not happened? You can only rule on an incident that has happened. If the thing has not happened, how do you rule in the Supreme Court on that matter? We am Kwasiafo. We am Kwasiafo. Removing, meaning the intentions, you cannot at the end of the day justify the intentions. Even in court, you need to be able to justify intentions. For the president alone to say he has forwarded a petition or in consultation with the Council of State, it does not definitely say the president wants to remove. It does not mean say Obama shobana say. It could be say ubu to Obano so baonene nae. And for you to just see say Bema butu Obaso to run to Ahimfia to see say we rape me the way Jimmy because Bema no da Obano so no until we establish say Bema no eden Bema shobana say and no you cannot prove say on Obana da. How do you prove President Mahama wants to remove the Chief Justice? Because whatever you are talking about here is in the future. And how is the court going to be able to rule on a future matter? And you see, this is what the Chief Justice is doing. Because out of frustration, you make a lot of fundamental mistakes you are not supposed to make. Because to me, so Busamia, the President of the Republic is protecting the Chief Justice. What if the Council of State advised the President not to take any action and that they don't see anything in the petition? What will you say? Let's say Ochna, the Council of State, to write a letter to the President and say, Mr. President, you have forwarded a petition to us, or 3 petitions. We have looked through the petition. We don't see anything against the Chief Justice. So, Mr. President, take your word back. What are you going to say? Now, you are giving us the room to believe, say, the Chief Justice is guilty. You see, these are things that and you see, maybe I make a just relax, Chief Justice, and let the system flow. Let the due process now respect. Let due process flow. Me call law school that. My in-laws are all lawyers. They have their law firms. My father-in-law has his own law firm. My mother-in-law has her own law firm. Me 2013, I'm sure LSAT law school at entrance exams, and I'm sure New York. Me metena New York 7 years. Nani pa bebre di ngure no mumba America. Me metena New York 7 years. I know every street in New York City, every corner of New York City. Yeah, me, we did these things. I could have entered my father-in-law's law firm and do law. I don't need it, but at least apply common sense. At least apply common sense and see, say, what we are looking at here. No, the president in China Council of State, Ekache say they are not interested. They have looked at the whole thing and that they don't see anything there. What are you going to say? You get what I mean? This is the same Chief Justice who ruled that their birth certificate is not a proof. Say Ghana. Wasn't it the same Chief Justice? She followed due process and she ruled nicely. This is the same Chief Justice, and she will find it difficult to even explain to you. Chief Justice way committee in the friends say, explain to us, are you a Ghanaian? She cannot even give a straightforward explanation. This is the same Chief Justice. Is it the same person we are talking about? Is it the same Chief Justice we are talking about? A Chief Justice who cannot even define whether she is a Ghanaian or not. She is the one who ruled on that matter. Before a committee, she could not even define, are you a Ghanaian? It took her like 20 minutes to define or to explain why she's a Ghanaian or not. This is the Chief Justice we are defending here. If even they put the petition aside and call this Chief Justice in front of a committee and say, Madam Chief Justice, tell us what makes you a Ghanaian. What is she going to say? What is the Chief Justice going to say? Now, Shadie, now it's so funny, say, suddenly, shockingly, Supreme Court to hear injunction application against process to remove Chief Justice on the 2nd of April. MP before the case in the court, Chief Justice, oh, Tuesday, or Monday, the same Chief Justice, we're in the team. The same Chief Justice, Assembly Fan who know, we're to in the team. Sir, Monday, I'm international mundi mame. On the captain of the team. On the captain of the Supreme Court. Yeah, the Assembly Court also Monday, you be the Assembly, Tuesday, you be Assembly, or Tuesday, you Tanasi. The Chief Justice is jittery. The Chief Justice is worried. The Chief Justice doesn't know what to do. The Chief Justice is making fundamental mistakes, a young lawyer will not even make. What the Chief Justice is doing is that the Chief Justice is confused. The Chief Justice is acting guilty. The Chief Justice is all over the place. She doesn't know what to do. The Chief Justice is making politicians move her around like a puppet. The Chief Justice is acting guilty. Why is the Chief Justice so eager? Why is the Chief Justice now putting up a team, a panel to decide on her case? Why is the Chief Justice not patient enough? She's a Christian like myself. You are 10 years with him over 2,000 years. Onya Botreka Krase committee ebetinase ebusa the question. And now onye Christo ni papa. Well, suddenly the Chief Justice is impatient. Suddenly the Supreme Court today is a fast-track court. This is where corruption starts. This is how corruption starts. We bend the law to favor us. Jachi question, how long has he been in the court? We have been sitting here, cases upon cases, COVID-19 cases. We are talking about anti-LGBTQ case. How long did he stay in court? Suddenly, it is our Chief Justice. In less than 3 days, we are going to court. The Chief Justice is trying to distract due process. That alone, anytime I catch him say, this Chief Justice, every single move she's making, it shows to say she is guilty of something. Because the president, to me, is trying everything possible to protect Madam Torkornoo. But Madam Torkornoo's evil deeds are killing her.
I was listening to our Lady Chair on ensuring that you have the competencies to be in the place that you are put. And I was reminding myself of recent conversations when people would say to me, you have held up. You have done well in this onslaught. And I realized that what has held me up is the assurance of competence. Simply, no decision that I have made in my role as Chief Justice or in my capacity as President of a panel of the Supreme Court has come from anything but a knowledge of law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. And the only answer one can give to all the hand-waving is the legal answer, unless we want something else. But I am quite sure that Ghana as a society is not looking for Chief Justices that bend and give them something other than law. And therefore, here I am. Everyone gets the law.
The law is the law. Has the President of the Republic broken the law? No, madam. Has John Mahama broken the law? No, madam. Is John Mahama following the law? Yes, madam. So why can't you wait for the law to work? Why do you want to bend the law in your own court? Because what you are doing shows that you want to bend the law. Because the president is following due process. Why can't you wait for the president to go through the due process? Why do you want to jump the gun? Why are you now selecting judges to speak in your favor in your court? Why can't you just wait? Because an allegation is an allegation until proven guilty. Or you think you are guilty, that is why you are forcing for the allegation to know the allegation. Unless you are guilty. Because if you know you are a legitimate Chief Justice who has not gone against the law, has not used the law against people on people's fundamental rights, you have not bent the law, you have not been politicized. Why are you so eager to know the allegations? Wait. You want a green paper or a white paper? Wait, madam. The president loves you. This is one of the most democratic presidents we've ever had. John Dramani Mahama is giving you all the room. He is protecting you. Eh? John Mahama and do you know that? Because sir petition we buy no and John Mahama betumi I ignore a Council of State, because you know something, the Council of State is an advisory board or an advisory body. The president can do shenanigans and ignore them and then go set up a committee and say sake. But the president says no. As we speak, the Council of State can say, Mr. President, what we are seeing, we don't think there is enough evidence to prosecute this woman. So why are you jumping? Because you know you are guilty. You don't want to use the law. Today you think you are powerful than the law. Today you think you can submerge. You think you can bend the law. Me say, the Bible you preach, you need to, at the end of the day, practice what you preach. So, Madam Chief Justice, whether it's a green paper or white paper, maintain your level. Maintain, sit, cheer up. God is in control. He will decide the ultimate goal. We cannot decide for God. Let the law that is our God in Ghana, the law that took you to the Supreme Court, the law that gave you the power to sit in the Supreme Court as the biggest judge, let the law work. And now you are trying to be a 1990 Christian. You are picking which one you think will favor you. Going to court and selecting your own team to come in your favor will not change the law. Let the rule of law work. This is the first time I've seen a Chief Justice who's jittery about allegations. This is the first time I've seen a Chief Justice who says, I am a Christian, I am legitimate, I am honest, I am a leader, I am applying the law, and still scared of just a mere allegation. This is a mere allegation. Only a thief is scared of an allegation, because in their head, they know their actions, they know that they have committed a crime. Our Chief Justice in Ghana, the whole world, Madam Torkornoo, is just scared of allegations. You are scared of just allegations? Now, I'm inside the wagon why they are doing what they are doing. The reason why right now the Chief Justice is saying that, oh, Tuesday, yeah, or case, so on one case, let me show you. The Chief Justice is panicking because Nebonia Ebia Wedino is hunting her. Oh, my mere to for Chief Justice. Yes, you're my mere to your for the dada. Do you want a white paper or a green paper? Now, the reason why the NPP, Godfrey Dame, one of the most corrupt politicians in Ghana, Godfrey Dame, or a criminal, he's a thief. You know, there's a perjury case against Godfrey Dame. Now, after your marking, Bawumia, and the NPP leadership, share a the Chief Justice Assembly court. Now, Chief Justice on one saying the judges, now one ask them no winning. The reason why the NPP are behind this suit and they say, Godfrey Dame, our perjury case against him, right? Your case, Godfrey Dame, as we speak, he has purged himself. Now, say Chief Justice, sir allegations way, I am not saying sir allegations will hold. Sir allegations will hold here. The probability of Godfrey Dame being dragged to court to answer the perjury, it is 99%. Because the only person protecting Godfrey Dame from the Jakwa case caused the perjury, the only thing protecting Godfrey Dame is Madam Torkornoo. And nothing a boy in the court no Godfrey Dame na any lawyer because Madam Torkornoo no wakachire omo say so omo mani yina omo kina hona se yina omo nyina be ko jail. Into the first person to suffer a casualty or the first casualty in this matter is Godfrey Dame. The moment there's a Chief Justice, a change in Chief Justice, somebody can go to court and seek for interpretation. Oh, Godfrey Dame actions against Jakpa case. You see, sir, they know, sir, the moment there's a new Chief Justice, that Chief Justice will not be political. He will allow the system to flow. Into the person who is likely to go to jail, Godfrey Dame. That is why you see Godfrey Dame being the lawyer for Tafu MP to take the matter to court, because their biggest fear is that when the Chief Justice is removed, their shield will go away. Their only protection left now as criminals in Ghana is the Chief Justice. The only protection Akama MPP for, and I am not sitting here to say the Chief Justice is guilty or not. No, I don't know what the committee, the Council of State will come up with. The allegations, I don't know. I don't know what is in the allegations. But the only shield for MPP Akronfowe is the Chief Justice. Some of the judges who will be sitting on cases from now who are going to be biased, it is the Chief Justice who will put them on it. And it's the Chief Justice way by power, or Kacha Ghana for say, now she is the only person who appoints judges on cases. Because she decides which judge takes which case. First, it's a pool. And in the case, automatically the system will pick this judge. Right now, Chief Justice Madam Torkornoo points to judges. For case way. The moment Madam Torkornoo is out, that democracy now your judiciary enjoy, whereby every judge can get a case to sit on without knowing where it's coming from. That thing will come again, and that these people, their shield will be taken away. Into the MPP for you, he will go to jail. There are so many people in the MPP who know, say, when Chief Justice Madam Torkornoo or free or pay almost show the court, she is the only body shield they have now. Now, Godfrey Dame, what will happen? And they say, oh, young man now, after your marking, my mention in some basis. Oh, young man now, after your marking, Echo Fan, after your marking, ma, Deborah, ne subordinate tobacco, Echo, ne bas school, Echo, after your marking, girlfriend in your JJ, and then a quarter share, man, and bananumno. You say the man went to the General Legal Council. Now, this is what is going to happen. Do you know, on the General Legal Council, the Chief Justice only the biggest power on the General Legal Council. Now, if the Chief Justice is changed, maybe the new Chief Justice will come and say, Sir Adena Afro marking here, he deserves to be disbarred. Because he or she, Nipa will be taking over from this woman. If the allegations are proven, that person is going to be open. So Afro marking Adena or me, I will lead that gentleman to take the matter back to the General Legal Council. And Afro marking needs to face the law. So Afro marking will be disbarred and he will stand trial. Because the General Legal Council that Enya Madam Torkornoo or Afro marking a down for that General Legal Council will be fair. How can a whole lawyer send a subordinate to go to young kids, already 3 years school, to go with sacks to go and kidnap them? And this fool is standing in parliament, say, or a minority leader. There are so many things these people are trying to protect. And court, because as far as Madam Torkornoo is the Chief Justice,